So here's something you can do when you're bored. You're at home and it's easy. You only need 3 supplies. You need scissors, glue stick, images, magazine pieces you've cut out. That's it. And it's a lot of fun. You can make beautiful art in an old journal, and it's only a little bit of your time, and it should get your creative juices flowing. I suggest this, and I'm doing a short class about this as well. So pay attention. Hi, and welcome to this short and hopefully helpful little tutorial on making a creative, expressive collage journal. Now this is really easy, especially for those of you who collect lots of magazines, or maybe even have an old picture pile that you've collected from old. I like a lot of old National Geographics and vintage magazines. If you have those, that's wonderful, but you can use modern magazines too. It doesn't matter. This is just for fun and for your own creative expression. And I'm thinking of it now because, hey, we're all indoors and trying to manage this COVID time. And this is something that you don't need a lot of space. You don't need materials, expensive materials, which are hard to get right now. If you have a glue stick handy, you could even use regular glue if you like. It doesn't matter. I just use a plain old ordinary glue stick and get some nice pictures together, start ripping them out of magazines, the ones that you enjoy. And I always say just look at pictures that give you joy and that speak to you, and those will be the ones that will form your new pictures. I like to collect little bits of text, some different textured papers. The old National Geographics are good because they have a lot of little people in them that you can take out of a larger picture. So that's just one tip I'll have, is taking little pieces out of other pictures. Now in this particular journal I'm showing you, I have some drawings as well, but you can incorporate both if you like. But today we're focusing just on cut and paste, and you don't need a fancy book. You can even have a little lined notebook. If you want to just do these on one piece of paper or a piece of paper at a time, any paper will do. The reason I like this project so much is because you can work wherever, whenever, and with little cost to yourself, if any. And it's also a great way to recycle a lot of those papers that you have hanging around. Even wrapping paper, if you're lucky to have some Japanese papers, that's great. I cut these papers out of a kind of a scrapbook pad of papers, and I cut them to the size of my journal for backgrounds. So that's the first step, if you like, is to cut some backgrounds out. I even cut some pictures out from an old magazine to be part of my background. So it's already an old kitchen, so I thought I'll find some place to put that. Finding interesting poses with people in them is always fun, like this lad jumping. I like to take pictures of people looking in other directions. Because this is just for you and it's your own little way to express yourself, you don't have to worry about copyright here. These are old magazines, but I still think about copyright when I'm trying to sell something. So the text is fun. Find some things that speak to you and cut them out and reserve them for later. This is really, there are no real rules here. It's just really having fun. And in these times, I think we can use a little lightness. So that particular cover says Tame Your Temper, and I kind of like that. You can see how, I guess the best way to describe it is I layer things like a sandwich. I start out with a background. I find some smaller elements or pictures that I want to glue on. And I don't worry about whether it says anything amazing. I just have fun with it. And I think this really loosens you up creatively when you're trying to think about doing paintings, drawings, other forms of mixed media art. It gives you some feelings around depth and direction, and it also I think that our brains need a little playfulness from here and there, and journals for me are where I go when I've had enough of trying to do some works that I'm wanting to make look fairly polished. With a journal, I don't care. I'm not looking at polish. I'm just looking at having fun with it. So this one was fun because I was able to mix text and some pictures I had around the house, and put them together in a way that was fun for me. Similarly here, there's a little clip at the top from a sheet of a copy of an Ouija board. So it's the sun, and then there's a woman, a vintage woman that I thought I might use in another piece and I didn't. And now I'm just using a China pencil to add a little bit of extra dimension and story to this piece, giving this woman a road to walk on. Later I'll add a kite, so that'll make it a little bit more dynamic also. And these are the kind of things you can look at one day and add something new to it. Or if you like using paints, you can paint into them as well. This particular notebook had very fine lined pages, so I would really recommend that if they're small, if they're thin pages that are difficult to glue on, I would glue a few pages together just to give it some strength and durability. So here is just ways of using text in fun ways. This says it was mean of him and has a bunch of little guys looking kind of to the left at, we don't know, at something in a vintage kitchen. So that was kind of fun to do. And I just do these in minutes because I've got my elements together, I've already selected them, and then I'm just kind of putting them together in a playful way. And you'll be surprised with what you make. And the more you can integrate your humor, incorporate some fun concepts, I think it makes the journal more lively. And again, I veer towards vintage imagery because I like it, but you could use a newer magazine and have fun with it too. You might just be thinking of cutting out images that will fit well into your journal. So if you're using a much larger journal, you have a little bit more leverage in what kind of pictures you choose and how you cut them up. So cutting and gluing are fun to do. I think it's very therapeutic. It's relaxing. When I've worked with groups of people doing this kind of workshop, I'm amazed at how quiet people are and how they're concentrating, even though it's not something that requires you to draw or to be very specific. It's still so relaxing. Put on some nice music, have a cup of tea if that's your preference, get yourself comfy, and find yourself a quiet space if you can to do these, because it's really, I think that's something that we all need right now. So this is your time. Take the time, take the break, look at your own self-care. Be good to yourself in these times. For you, those of you who would like to make something but feel stuck, just get your magazines out, your scissors and glue stick, and away you go. You'll be surprised at how good it feels. I encourage you, and art always is the best thing for times like these and other times. So take care of yourselves. So most of you might be, stop it!